What's up guys, it's Tom here and welcome to a brand new Liverpool news video where we will talk about a huge update coming from football correspondent David Ornstein on Mo Salah contract situation, and also we will have all the reaction after the blockbuster Man City Liverpool enthralling brilliant game. I'm still really happy that Liverpool got a point. It should have been probably 0-3 if Jota takes his chance. Liverpool could have led 3-2, but it would have been a little bit undeserved. And let me know, how do you see the title race unfolding? Do you think Liverpool can overhaul Man City? I think Man City can drop points. It's a big question whether Liverpool can win every single game between now and the end of the season. They are capable of it, but we can't really slip up anymore. According to the football correspondent David Ornstein, he spoke in detail on NSNBC, US broadcasting company who is broadcasting the Premier League, and he said that Mohamed Salah is close to signing a new contract. He said that from the sports sources that I speak to, there is now an expectation that Mo Salah will put pen to paper and he will sign a new 4-year contract at Liverpool, maybe during the season or in the summer. And a compromise will be reached between Salah and Liverpool. This is a really complicated situation because Salah wants, and he explained in detail, that Salah wants to earn the biggest salary in the Premier League on par with Kevin De Bruyne, Cristiano Ronaldo, which is around £500,000 per week salary. But David Ornstein said that Salah wanted that salary for on a 3-year contract. So what Liverpool will do probably is stretch that out on a 4-year contract and maybe give him a 350 or 400,000 pounds per week. Jurgen Klopp is behind the contract talks as well, even though he's not in person, negotiating with, Salah and his agent. But Jurgen Klopp is the main man when it comes to Salah extending his contract, because Jurgen Klopp wants Salah to stay at Liverpool. He is really a huge fan of Salah, and even though Salah has slowed down a little bit in his goal scoring lately, he still got a magnificent assist before Mane scored that brilliant goal. And you really can't blame Salah for wanting to earn as much as somebody like Kevin De Bruyne. But if you think about some of the players that Man United have, Harry Maguire earns more salary than Mohamed Salah. Just sit down and think about that for a second. Harry freaking Maguire, the slaphead absolute idiot moron who got £80 million transfer fee on his head. How did Man United pay 80 million? That's 5 million more than what Liverpool paid for Virgil van Dijk. And he's an absolute clown. He is the biggest clown in the circus that is Manchester United, and he earns more than Mohamed Salah right now, which just blows my mind how Man United are just giving out these huge salaries. Jadon Sancho is on £350,000 weekly salary. Absolutely crazy. Even Timo Werner at Chelsea, who is another really big flop of a transfer, he has a bigger salary than Mo Salah. So there is 100% Salah deserves a bigger salary. There is talk of an offer of a £400,000 per week salary over 3 years, and Salah wanted 500,000, but Liverpool might compromise on a 4-year deal at 350 or 400,000, and that might get things through. Salah's current deal expires in 2023, and David Ornstein also said that Liverpool are very unlikely to sell Salah in the summer. They are very relaxed on this about the situation because of the Luis Diaz transfer. Liverpool will be waiting on Salah to do a compromise, because even if Salah leaves on a free transfer, Liverpool will probably sign a similar player to Luis Diaz and also to Diogo Jota. And Liverpool already have, Mane, Firmino, Luis Diaz and Diogo Jota. So even if Salah leaves on a free transfer more than one season after the current time, Liverpool are still relaxed on this about the situation. And also the contracts of Mane and Firmino at the moment are in the backstage. They are not a priority. The priority is Mo Salah. And also Mane and Firmino, quite smartly, are waiting for Liverpool to negotiate a salary with Mo Salah. So they will make their wage demands depending on how big a salary Salah is getting. And that's why it's a very delicate operation, very delicate situation on what Liverpool will do with this contract negotiation. And according to David Ornstein, there is virtually no threat of Liverpool losing Salah this summer because Liverpool just won't sell him unless somebody comes in with a crazy like 150 million pound offer, and I don't see that happening. Clubs are going for Erling Haaland, Kylian Mbappe and other free agents, maybe as Paulo Dybala is a free agent as well. So Liverpool are pretty calm about the situation, and Jurgen Klopp is calm about the situation as well. So I'm a little bit more like happy and calm after I heard this interview and this news, because Liverpool cannot afford to lose Salah in the summer. That's 100%. If we know that Salah is going to leave next summer as a free agent, Liverpool can prepare for that. Liverpool can put things in place, so by the time it comes for Salah to leave, then Liverpool will be able to, sign a replacement who of course won't be as good as Mo Salah. But if we can sign another Luis Diaz or Diogo Jota caliber of player, then Liverpool will be fine. And Mo Salah also spoke about the hunt for the quadruple at Liverpool. He said, "We wish that we can win all 4 trophies. We have never done 4 trophies before in a season. And this season we are really close and we are in top form. We look at this situation and we just have to enjoy it. We can't be in this situation and feel pressure. We just have to enjoy it and go for everything, go for every competition, go for every trophy. We are experienced players. We have played together for 4 or 5 years. We know how to play these big games. And if we will win the next game, then the pressure will be on Man City. The most important thing for us is to keep winning." The manager talked to us today and he said, just enjoy the moment and go for it. And try to win every game. And Trent Alexander-Arnold keeps breaking records. He now has 17 assists this season, and he is dangerously close to getting 20 assists as a fullback, something that hasn't been done before, I think. And Trent Alexander-Arnold said that there is 7 games to go in the Premier League and there is a lot that can happen. He said, "We want to win every game that we are in, no matter the opposition. We came up against one of, if not the best teams in the world at the minute. It says a lot about us that we've got that slight disappointment to not go to the Etihad and win. I think it was very important for us not to lose the game. We are still in a decent position, but it is in Man City's hands. I think a few years ago this is what happened. They went on a really good run and we weren't able to capitalize on that. Hopefully this time around they will drop a few points for us. 7 games, I think every week there is a surprising result in the Premier League. So we are just hoping we are not on the end of any of those surprising results, and hopefully Man City are. So a lot can happen. Who knows what will happen? Hopefully we make it exciting and stay in the title race. It might go down to the last day again, but hopefully we are in a good position on that day." And Diogo Jota also sent a message to all the Liverpool fans that we should believe until the end, until anything is not possible anymore. We should believe and go for everything. And also the Liverpool captain Jordan Henderson was slightly disappointed after the game, and that's the kind of mentality that you want to have. He said, "We wanted to come here and win, and then it would have been in our hands in the last 7 games. Unfortunately it's not. It's in Man City's hands. We have to keep going right to the end, and if there is any slip up, we need to be there ready to pounce." That's the mentality. Mixed emotions, as we wanted 3 points, but we dug deep and didn't lose the game, which is important as well. We have to keep the positives and move on and get ready for the next game. It's going to be an intense game at this level and magnitude, and it was especially early on. We could have started a bit better, but to be fair, I thought we kept going and we went behind twice and came back twice. That's really positive and shows great character to keep going in tough moments. At the same time, we can be a bit better, especially with the ball. I felt when we played football it hurt them, and that's where the goals came from. And Pep Guardiola said that Liverpool is the hardest opponent that he has come up against in his whole life, and that is a big compliment. And he says that he likes how Liverpool play. He likes watching us play because we play brilliant football, and it was like a boxing match. Both Guardiola and Jurgen Klopp alluded to that both teams had big punches received and then they got dizzy and big punches thrown back to the opposition as well. And I think overall Man City and Pep Guardiola, they were more disappointed than Liverpool because they felt this was a big opportunity for them to basically kill Liverpool in the title race and get a 4-point gap, but it wasn't to be. And Guardiola said that this was a missed opportunity to get a big advantage in the title race. And what is also amazing to me is that even the biggest Liverpool hater, Gary Neville, who is a huge Man United fan, and of course he's a Manchester United legend as a player, he said that what Liverpool have done with Jurgen Klopp, what Jurgen Klopp have done with Liverpool, even Pep Guardiola couldn't do that. He arrived at Liverpool, Jurgen Klopp, when Liverpool were in 8th place. We were in mid-table. We weren't even a regular Champions League team. Sometimes we even didn't qualify for Europe. And Jurgen Klopp, under a limited budget, built Liverpool up to go toe-to-toe with the richest club in the world, Manchester City, who has spent £1 billion and more on their squad. And for Liverpool to play the kind of football, every time you go to Anfield, there is an exciting, brilliant football game to watch. There is not a dull game when Liverpool play. It's an absolute joy to watch, and that's what Gary Neville is even saying. And he absolutely hates Liverpool. So I think that, first of all, respect to Gary Neville for being unbiased as a pundit, and that's his job, that's what he should do. But also, Jurgen Klopp will go down as I think one of the greatest, if not the greatest managers in Liverpool's history, no matter what happens between now and when Jurgen Klopp leaves Liverpool. The fact that he went toe-to-toe with Man City in 3 of the last 4 seasons, and even if he doesn't win the title this season, this Liverpool team is one of the greatest teams in Liverpool's history. I don't care what anyone else says, that's a fact in my opinion, and also in my opinion that's true. And Nigel Reo-Coker, former Aston Villa player, said Liverpool needed to win or at least get a point. If they would have lost this game, they would have felt like the title race was over. So the character and strength that they showed to come back against Man City twice, Jurgen Klopp deserves a lot of credit for that. Liverpool have already taken care of their business in the Champions League, so their game with Benfica on Wednesday is much easier than Man City's game against Atletico. And remember, Man City go to Atletico. I think they will be a bit more relaxed, and Nigel Reo-Coker's prediction is that Liverpool will win in the FA Cup semi-finals against Wembley. That is going to be another nerve-wracking, mouth-watering, spine-tingling game. I'm already looking forward to that. And Conor, Coady, a Wolves captain, who of course is a scouser as well, a former Liverpool player, he said that Liverpool do this high-line tactic better than anyone else in the Premier League. Liverpool only conceded 22 goals in 31 Premier League fixtures this season. And even against Man City, Liverpool played a very high line in a pivotal title race clash. And this is what Conor, Coady said. That's all Liverpool know. That's all Liverpool ever do. They play such a high line. You heard Klopp in his interview saying we weren't going to change. And they certainly didn't. They do that every single week. They are so good at doing that. They are so calm when defending without the ball. They are usually in control of the game as well. I think you have seen that. It's refreshing to see 2 heavyweights. They don't change tactics and they just go for each other's throat. It's about winning an outstanding game of football. If I am playing in that team and that's all I am used to, then that's the norm for them, and that's actually a brilliant take. I think Liverpool and Man City could have changed tactics. I think Man City went a little bit more direct than they usually are because of Liverpool's high line. They wanted to put balls in behind the defense, and it worked for them, especially in the first half. They created a lot of chances, but second half I think Liverpool came back into it. I already analyzed the game yesterday. If you want my detailed opinion, just listen to that video. And also finally, I wanted to ask you, do you think that this rivalry between Liverpool and Man City, Pep Guardiola and Jurgen Klopp, is this the biggest rivalry in Premier League history? Is this the best rivalry in Premier League history? I mean in terms of the title race. I think it's the best in terms of quality of the 2 teams. No team has ever done what Liverpool and Man City have done, to achieve multiple 90+ point seasons back to back is absolutely amazing. And this season probably both teams will achieve at least 90 points as well. So one team will be desperately unlucky not to win the title. In any other era, if either Man City or Liverpool play in that era, then they are multiple Premier League champions. So let's wait and see what happens at the end of the season. I'm just really looking forward to it. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this. Have a nice day. See you later. Good night.